Hello everyone, this is 41 Solstice 25, Winter Solstice 8, and welcome back to some more building. I did a lot off camera. I didn't want to do a lot off camera, but it just sort of happened that way. So here's what all is new. Well, for starters, there's this. There is a lot of this. Now that's probably one of the bigger changes of this so far. And there's like a few more structure-based stuff down here. And also, you'll notice there's two giant arms holding this up. Now, this is something of significance, basically. And I've also added onto the pathway here. So yeah, I have been pretty busy. Very, very busy on this. If you like follow me by Twitter, then you've probably known all about that going on. In which case, you're probably thinking, quit being around the bush, what else is new? So, this is what I've been trying to work on at the moment. Sort of like coming up with like little patterns and miscellaneous stuff with these right now over what is going to be a sacred platform that will give the player a sacred item. But this is only met under certain conditions of sending an item through. Now, it is very order specific. Very, very order specific. If you do not do it in the right order, specifically, it's not going to work well at all. You'll only get to like half of what you need out of this. So, yeah. Very, very order specific item stuff. So here's ideally how it would work. Or here's how the redstone of it works. The main item that you want to go through first will be at the very last thing to be emptied into. And then this will get enough items in here for a stronger redstone signal to power this. And this gives the player nearest to this all a bit of like a scoreboard bit of Ianite test 1 point. It will add it to their current score of it. All in all, you need 4. Then once you get all 4, which will be run by one or the other of the top 2 ones, the unstable and stable intentioned banners. It will test, there will be a test command run to see if you have all the necessary points to pull it off. Now, this must be done by one person, or it's just straight up not going to work. Now, I have 2 definite locations for where some of these banners will actually be located, but I have 2 others that I'm kind of iffy about the placement of at the moment. I sneezed. Anyway. So I've just been sort of decorating this up a bit and trying to fancy it up. And something I kind of want to do is I kind of want to put a filter on these to assure only those 2 banners can get through. In which case, if only those two banner types can get through, then it's going to make my job a lot easier to sort out. It's gonna take a little figuring out because I really want to make sure people don't just shove random crap in there and just jam it up. So a filter will be necessary. Like, here's my ideas for a filter. Like, either these two are kind of like being held up or something, and then once an item of significance comes through, like, one will ease up and release into this, and it will have a delay long enough for both banner types to get through in the system. Actually, what am I thinking? That's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what to do about this. I'm trying to keep it as simplistic as possible in design, but a little more planned out is the thing. Like, this was originally straight up one thing, and I just sort of separated it into two now. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure this out. I could just separate into 4, but I don't have a lot of space, is the thing. Like, I have all this more hollow space from underneath, so either I build this up higher, or I'm just going to have to make do with what I got. And so far, it's make do with what you got. So yeah. I'm sure some of you can guess what I've already kind of set up for a tool of ultimate whatever as a prize. I think I showed it in a video clip before, in one of my previous videos. I forget specifically which one. I want to say it's whichever one that, I actually just straight up have no idea. Probably whenever I was working on the stairs out there, I think. I want to say it was during then. Like, I think I was like trying to sort out ideas for an epic tool or weapon or something, and I came up with this. I call it the Sender Sword. A sword of direction, as well as relocation. And let's see what happens when I put it in hand. As you can see, I am moving crazy fast. Faster than I can physically handle. It's going so fast that I'm rendering chunks. Now, there's a number of benefits to having a sword. As for what all the benefits are, I don't feel like explaining yet. But believe me, there's more than 3 for sure. Like, it's particularly decent for battle, although I don't think I set it to where it does a whole lot of damage, although I'm thinking it might do fire damage. And I haven't tested every aspect of what the sword is to ideally do, but I do believe that in one of the things that it can do is in some form of way protect the user. Like, a sort of relocation and redirection, you would think could probably redirect force or something. So I was thinking, maybe I could try to situate that to be a thing that'll happen. And maybe I could also like relocate air. But what all it'll actually like mess with, I don't entirely recall myself. And I don't feel like spoiling all of the fun. But man, am I fast! I can just about go over holes of 2. Maybe if I actually sprint, I can actually. No. Nope. I can almost sprint over holes of 2. So yeah, it is a bit of an OP weapon in its own right. But at the same time, it's not an OP weapon. Like, you can still totally take the person who uses it. Like, in its own right, it's very powerful and can do a lot of things. Like, oh man, I just want to talk about what all I definitely recall that it can do, but I really don't want to spoil it. It's like one of those things that I want people to test and figure out. So, yeah, let's put this away for now. But yeah, just look at this wand and just imagine what all I would do to this. Ah, good times, good times. What was I? Oh, right. I wanted to add more to this. Da, da, da. So yeah, when it comes to me doing these, it's usually very random placement. And if there's like a color, I think I could probably add a little more of it to a spot. I'll try to do that as a resolve. Like so. This is just so lacking in that color right there. Okay, that's just silly. This needs to be resolved. Yeah, I've been trying to make it as more blendy and balanced as I can. This is basically the kind of stuff I did at the front. Only this is going to become a bit more of like an inside thing, and it's going to be a little more, or like small space decorated. I'm sure there's probably a better term for that, but I don't know of it. So far so good. It's turning out decently. Decently is a key word. If I want to make it any fancier, it'll take a little figuring out to actually do. Like, I'd have to jab it with a stick and mold it like clay. And then I'm going to like squish with my hands and like silly putty. Was it silly putty? I think it was silly putty. It'll make silly fart noises. Oh, the days of childhood. Anyway. Let's see. I think purple. Okay. I keep wanting to say red. It's been a while since the last time since I actually paid attention to the names of like these different colors of stained clay. So yeah. But I'm gonna go off camera for a bit. Something else I actually wanted to mention when it comes to doing this kind of stuff is to keep not just aware of like how close you have like your more pink colors and your more blue colors together, but also be aware of how often you use the brighter to the darker colors. Like if you have a lot of darker colors right next to each other, like this, it just seems a little more, I don't know. So you always want to like try and mix it up a little bit sometimes. And that's usually like a good way to tell if it's been like if you're like jumping at the same colors like too soon or something. So yeah, I just wanted to share that a little bit with you guys. And that's like a bit of like a personal experience advice at this actually. So consider that pro advice from yours truly. Okay, so I did majority of what's basically the floor. First I finished what's the rest of this, and then I decided I'm just gonna put this right here. And very conveniently, I did not end up going over any of the more important blocks that were supposed to remain hidden. Which were actually probably just, yep, they were just not very far away. It was very convenient. In fact, actually, let's switch this to this. And let's get those on my inventory. And then I also did this kind of decoration here. I figured it would have added a little something extra, maybe something a little more needed. So yeah, went with that. Used purple stained glass here, used magenta and lime green out here. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. But what really needs my attention now is these. Okay. Okay, stable. So this is good side. Get iron out of my inventory. And I think for this part, for kind of labeling the sides, I want to use snow blocks and coal. Think. We just want something kind of like more signifying which side is which. maybe some wings would be kind of cool for this. Just sort of make this go somewhat higher. Okay, one here, one there, one, two, and two. Two, one, two, one, two, one, two, sort of cover this up sort of better. This was this side. Wait, what am I doing? I meant to do that to this side. I keep placing these on the wrong sides. Why do I keep doing that? That's right. Sorry for a bit of lack of communication as I do this. I've just sort of lost in thought. I'm trying to think exactly how I want this. And this is sort of what it looks like when I actually make crazy stuff like this. Okay, and now I think I'm going to... Actually, no, let's not use this. Let's use this. I will use this here. And those would be sort of like eyes or something. I think I'll use stone brick slabs for these. And then let's finish these up. 5. 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's block out. Those out. Actually, let's likewise knock that one out. Alrighty guys, for wrapping this video up, I've decided that I kind of want to try finishing this on camera. Okay. So I did a few touches off camera. Like, it's a little more in shape. It looks a little nicer. But it's incomplete yet. At the very least, I want to put it on the verge of completion on camera. That way, you guys aren't like missing out as much when I'm like getting to like some of these crazier stuff, or like crazier looking stuff, I should say. Like, it's not exactly like crazy designed as much as it just straight up looks crazy. Then like people who like see it's unfamiliar for like the kind of methods that actually takes to put this kind of stuff together, they'll be like, I can't do this in a million years or something. Because stuff like that usually makes me feel sad, because it's not very hard. Or at least it's not hard if you like know what you're doing. Honestly, I kind of want more people to know how to do this within a year, within months even, maybe within weeks. That would be amazing. It's sort of like, this is something like, as an artist, I'll hear often actually. Usually having to do with people who say they can't draw or something. And it's just really disappointing to hear. It really is. And I'm just like, but it's not that difficult. Why don't you just try something similar to it? And I think it's the kinds of, like, even like some of the smaller details that just sort of that people aren't accustomed to, that actually makes them feel more discouraged toward it. Actually, what I kind of want to see is more people just sort of jump at it. Like, honestly, I think that's a best way to actually sort of learn how to do it, is like familiarizing how it's actually kind of done. And then in which case, when you like see it in front of you again, you'll be like, I actually know a bit about this, so I can like do this kind of thing a lot faster than I used to be able to. And honestly, that's the hardest part about trying something a little different. you haven't tried it before, so it takes some getting used to actually do anything good with it, or do it faster, or more efficiently, or in a way that you prefer. So yeah, that's not really anything to get discouraged from, because you're never going to be perfect at it the first time. Unless if you're some crazy prodigy who can translate math and numbers through their muscle movements flawlessly. And that's like something entirely different. Like, those people are crazy. I have no idea even where to begin with that. Like, personally, I never met anyone like that. And I have met a lot of people. So, yeah. Don't ever be discouraged from stuff of that sort. If you're, like, new to that kind of building or drawing or whatever. Because chances are, it'll be roughly the same for anyone else you've ever talked to giving it a shot. Double fail. Just sudden frame rate lag. Now, one of my debates about this at the moment is whether I want how I want the very top of this to be. Let's start with one thing, then let's try another, I'm thinking. Whatever happens, I don't want to end up making a video as long as last time, because that was ridiculous. That was almost 50 minutes. A little bit more. Decide yet? Yeah. This is going alright so far. Have to do something a little different shortly, or else this will be a little too simplistic for how the roof really should deserve to be. Though I'm almost where I need it to be to really call it like more done. And something to keep in mind is that the further in you get, the less long it takes to progress. Because that's less and less space to cover. Okay. And then let's do this. Some of you might be thinking, wait, what? But trust me, this is a good idea. Just have faith in me. Believe in the heart of the cards, but no. My cards can't have a heart. Maybe if there was like microscopic or something, that'd be one thing, but I think they're a little too they're a little too small for that. A little too flat. Not that I dislike cards or anything, but my cards can't have this kind of thing. We're very close to being able to call this roofing bit done. We're very, very close. Like, I would say 70%. At least. Like, the hardest parts are basically done. Like, I wouldn't really consider myself the best at roof designs, but I would say this is very close to being done. I just need to go around the inside of this a few more times. I have some frame rate lag because I have a lot of stuff kind of going at the moment, and I don't want to close it all. Yeah, we are very close to being able to call this roof basically done. Note that the corners and the sides are getting shorter and shorter as I go through. Like, that's a sure sign that progress has been made and space has been filled, and it's gonna be more easy in, easy out from there. Well, more so easy in than easy out in some cases, because it's going to be easy to get in, but then there's going to be a couple times where you're going to try to play something, and then you're just going to get stuck there. Like, I've personally had that a few times. Yeah, I think this has a cool shape to it. Afterwards, I kind of want to try, wait, what? Huh? What did I do differently? How? That's even more confusing. How? was just doing it as I've been doing it. What's the difference? That's like that. Oh. That would do it. This would very much do it. That's totally why. I think. Or at least this is something that's definitely a situation at hand. Let's see, how much would that affect this, though? That's the interesting part. Okay, on this side it wouldn't have too heavy effect. It's like one mystery solved, another one gained. And there's this mystery. Like, what? How? That's how. I did the same thing that I did over there. Wow. Just wow. I can't believe I did that. Unbelievable. That is crazy. Oh. So that was supposed to be sharper. I actually kind of doubted it. I thought it was something wrong with the other side. Then I see that this one has like more kind of like unused space at it, and I'm like, what? It answered a lot, but still. Okay, so after I've touched that up, it's making a lot more sense. A lot more sense. It's like I discovered the secrets of the universe or something. Only it's a little less dramatic than that. Why did I just do that? Yeah, it is really... It really has a shape to it now. Oh yeah, look at that roof. And let me tell you, I still have not done very many forms of roofing yet. Although I am a good builder, I just really haven't for some reason. While I'm at this, okay, let me think. That's 2 from there. 2 gap. Up 1. 1 like that. Just 2 that way. And then here, 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 and there. Yes. Here. Actually, let's set that back. There. And there. Here was it? Yes. It was like here and there. Alright. Maybe just like a spot, like right there. Vice versa to the other side. So that's 4 gap. So right here. I would say that's fairly lit, except for maybe like some of this. You know what? Just for good measure. Some of that. Some of that. This here. This here. Another one of these going on. Some of those. Those are the correct spots. Like that. Wait. Like that. Something about that strikes me as awkward. So I'm gonna say extend that 1 more. Then the wings are real. Let's check this last one. There. I think that's pretty good. Very much like actual wings. Before I go any further crazy about that, let's remove those from my inventory. Alrighty, guys. So I did a few small touch-ups with wood and some andesite, and I think this looks pretty good. I can't think of anything else I want to do with this right now, so for now I guess it's done. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you've gotten some inspiration from this. Yeah. If you have any suggestions for like maybe things I should try to add in or something, or if you think I should try to implement Darude Sandstorm into this temple build some way, let me know. Like that's idea I had, like based on the note blocks that Tom had to his door. So yeah, maybe like something similar somewhere. Just like you press something and suddenly Darude Sandstorm starts playing in note blocks. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I am Winter Solstice 8, 41 Solstice 25, and have a good day. Bye bye.